make sure that it's up. Okay, looks good. Yep, gotta mute that. Looks like we're live.
Oh, right.
So everything looks good. Let me get my comments up here. Oh, Charles is up already. Hello. Hey, how's it going, Charles? Good to see you. Chris Ridley, nice to see you again.
Get my...
So,
Chris. Bo, yeah, hiya.
Oh, yep. We're all good. Everyone's good. Jester tried to get on today. He wanted to get on today, but unfortunately his his internet, his Wi-Fi isn't so good. So, you know, he couldn't make it on, but he did want to show up and say hi. And so, but he's busy. He's at I think he was at the Columbus Area Board Game Society or something today. Yeah. So, which he was a member when he lived in Columbus. That's Ohio. So I think he's probably playing games right now. So that's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. So today, kind of interesting. I was hoping to have that on. We are competing with another show today, unfortunately. We're no mentions named Blockload. I thought we had this taken care of, but apparently since this isn't Jester's channel, they decided to go with it. So
what they say, they don't say much about us, Tony, does it?
No. But hey, we have 6 people on, so I appreciate all that come out.
Cool.
And we have a fun show today, and we'll see how it goes. As I mentioned at the end of last week, me and a gentleman by the name of Evan and Mitch Land, who we have had on before, the designer of the Next War series, we've been working on a ATS, which is the Advanced Tobruk system. We've been working on creating a kind of a social media type thing around it to get more people interested to play. To get people that do play to kind of connect with us and everything. So they will be on here in a little bit. At least Evan will. Mitch is going to try to get on. I will tell you that both of these, and I was telling Ruff this earlier, Evan lives in Panama, so he's going to be on the beach. So hopefully the internet's good there. And then Mitch is in a cabin somewhere in the woods. So... you know, it is what it is, and we'll see if it works. If not, you and me, Ruff, we've got it taken care of. So
we're fine. We've got all our friends in the chat as well. So we're good. Hi, Purple.
Yep.
Tell us more,
Brian. I have to look. I was on vacation all last week. Yes, I did get it. I have to look at it. I did get your message. I was on vacation last week, so I only had my phone. I didn't have my computer, so it was hard to keep up with stuff. So that was, but yes, I did. I'll have to look into it. I'll look back at that message and do that. So I do take a look at that. So, but so Ruff, what have you done this week? I was on vacation before our guests get here. Tell me what you've done. What did you do?
Well, I meant to mention it last week. I've been doing this. Last week was my 2nd anniversary.
Oh, okay.
I think the Sunday before last week, the Sunday just after before that. 2 years. 2 years I've been doing this.
Jeez, 2 years.
It's just something like that.
It does. It's amazing how quickly it goes by. I was like,
yeah. I mean, some guys have been. Hi. Some guys have been doing this for years and years, and I think, crikey, you know, I'm still a beginner at this, but 2 years, yeah. So that's that anniversary. What I've been doing, well, I've been still playing this. I'm taking my time over it. You know, I want to enjoy it. I'm really enjoying the game, going through the tutorials. Did get a bit of a snarky message on one Facebook group, because I keep, you know, oh, all these tutorials. If you've got to have all these tutorials for the game, just saying. I thought, all right, okay, fair enough. But I'm enjoying it, and we're getting next week. We've got hopefully two tutorials going up, and then the week after be the last one, the battle, and then I'm playing scenarios until I get fed up with it, and we'll see what happens then. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm taking my time. I'm not going to rush to try and get 2 videos out a week and mess it up. And I still mess them up just bringing one out a week. But I'm enjoying myself, and that's the whole point, isn't it? And hopefully people are enjoying the tutorials as well, or just watching me struggle through the tutorials. So that's basically done a bit of painting today of some figures. But
got
that's
some more of the Shadows of Brimstone figures.
Yeah, there's tons of the blooming things. So slowly but surely. Hi, Carl. So that's about it, really. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, I was in Michigan, and I didn't get any recording, of course, done. But I did play the Spoiled Victory, Miracle at Dunkirk, the Herman Luttman game. That he's the solo game through White Dog Games. I know they're re-releasing his has got a more modified version through Legion War Games, which I will pick up, of course. But it's not out yet. So I did play that while I was on vacation. Had a great time with that. I will be filming that. It's actually pretty short, pretty easy. There were some clerical things. And again, once I slowed down reading the directions, reading the rules, I actually caught a few things. And I had a catastrophe, though, on the last night when I was getting really good into it. I'd picked up dice and I dropped them all over the map and basically blew up all the pieces. So I had to put it away. But it was definitely a fun learning experience, and I definitely plan on filming that. It's a really good system, pretty easy and everything along that line. So,
well, Chris asked me something.
Yeah.
I don't know where did I get it, but I think I know about the game you're talking about. And weirdly, normally VUCA simulations send me a review copy, but not this time. I think that's the crossing the
bug
river. Yeah, the Bug River. And I tried to contact Peter at VUCA to see if he would be interested, but there's no contact. I don't know what's going on. Nobody seems to have got a review copy of it. Maybe they're thinking, we're not doing that anymore.
Has it been released, or is it still?
Yeah, people got it.
Okay.
You know, Mo's got a copy. He said they got sent over to Texas, and he got one sent down to him. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know,
Kyle, you're about 2 weeks late on Dave's Gaming Cave.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting. I was watching videos on my phone while we're on vacation, and I was like, the Zeppelin Raider game from Compass. Who was it that was doing it? Stuka was did a sample playthrough, and I was like, okay, how fun could a Zeppelin Raider game be? Like, seriously, how fun could that be? And after he played it, I'm like, I started looking up, okay, can I get a copy of it?
It's quite hard to get hold of.
It's actually, they're doing another printing of it. So, yeah. So it actually was pretty entertaining. And of course, whatever Stuka does makes it look like it's phenomenal no matter what. He could video paint drying and you'd want to watch paint dry, you know.
With the dulcet tones
yes.
of the I think he's a lawyer or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you picture that in the courtroom, can't you? You know, swaying the jury with that voice, yeah. And his camera work. So yeah, much respect. Oh look, here we are. Hellbats. Oh, get out of here. Nasty things.
Yep, right. Not even going to try it. Not even going to try.
It looks a bit fuzzy, and I call them table ready. They're not. I just want to get playing, so I'm doing them as quick as I can without them looking
too bad. Yeah, yeah. You're not.
Oh, yeah.
So you won't. If I send you all mine over, you won't paint them to make them look professional for me.
What? All your little soldiers?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't. Never say never, because I said I'd never paint a miniature again. But Mario.
It kind of does look like something out of Mario.
Yeah,
definitely.
It could be. But So slowly.
But yeah, so in Dave's Gaming Cave has been doing the not the Night Fighter Ace, but the Daylight Fighter Ace, the day version of that game.
Oh, I really want them, but they're so expensive. I mean, they're not everybody's cup of tea because you know it's the hunters, you know, sort of thing. But I love them. I love being told what to do.
And there is some choices. There is there's quite a few more choices than there is in the hunters. The hunters are really, it's not as bad as B-17, which I've been told, and the videos I've watched is pretty much show you're on the rails and it's telling a story, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But no. So he's been playing that. So I'm like, what do I want to hear? And yeah. So okay, well. Yeah, I don't agree with that because you haven't seen my painting.
It doesn't matter. Nobody, if you're not videoing it, it doesn't matter what it looks like, but it does look better than grey plastic. And people who video this game, there's a guy that's doing it. He's doing a sterling job, but he hasn't painted them or even, you know, taken the flash off. You know, you have to go around with a knife, you know, and do it. It's a bit of a pain, but you know. But there you go, horses for courses. Right, Carl, fair enough. What's NFA?
Yeah.
William, what's NFA? Is that some National Football Association or something?
Not that I know of. That would be the national.
Anyway, no,
it's got to be a game.
Maybe William will tell us.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go, Charles. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Well, but at least you have a go, Chris. That's the point.
Night Fighter Ace. Ace. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. William his lists were all like the hunters and games like that when we did the 10 lists, the top 10 lists. So yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I was watching. I think it's Alec is his name. Did and it's ALECC. I think is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. He did a live stream of Night Fighter Ace. He had gotten quite a far ways down into the scenario and did like almost 3-hour live stream a couple years ago.
He hasn't done a video for a while, is he though?
Yeah, it's been about 5 months since he did something. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, you know who does a pretty decent job at painting their minis is that Cat Weasel guy. He does a pretty decent job at painting his minis. I think, was it him? Yeah, it was either him or it was Kalismar when they did the Shadows of Brimstone. Somebody painted him.
Kalismar was moaning his, I think.
Yeah.
2 feet away, they look great. So yeah, I'm happy with them. I've been painting for many, many years, and I'm just trying to whiz them through. You know, base coat, wash, highlight, done. Varnish.
Oh, I've got to do that. The Troubles. That's that Ireland coin game.
It's a coin game. You know me and coin games. I have ordered the Mars one because it's Mars sci-fi, great. But I have ordered this as well because it's Brits making quite a big mess of things. So I've got that because it's the Brits.
And so is that so we've got the Troubles, which is Ireland, and then the British Empire. Which one did you do? Did you do both or
which one?
Well, okay, so the British Empire there's 2 of them here. There's Compass but the Troubles, which is the Northern Ireland one.
It's the P500 one with
the British
three in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like 4 games or something like that in one. Right. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get. Yeah, that's an auto buy for me. And this Troubles is also one for me as well. So
again, Compass, no shipping thingies. I have to wait.
Yeah. So, well, I'm looking here, and it looks like Mitch is about ready to join us. So, and wow, we've got about 15 people watching now. I'm kind of impressed with that.
It's a big company.
Yep. So, and I know Evan's going to be jumping on soon. So I'm going to add Mitch here. He's in the country. So excuse his Wi-Fi. He's like in a third world country. He's in Missouri. Hey, Mitch.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, you know.
So
we're in the cabin in the woods.
Oh, lovely. Look at that. It looks lovely.
So are you still on
Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Like anytime you run a place anymore, you have to have Wi-Fi.
Right.
So
I'm actually surprised it's working this well. So
yeah. It's actually pretty
kibosh on it. Crikey, don't.
We'll see. Now we'll test
go out and knock
third.
on the tree. You know.
we'll have to check and see if how Evan's internet connection was. So
he said it was better at the beach. So
oh,
yeah, not on the canal then. Oh, all right.
yeah. So everybody, this is Mitch Land. He's been on the show. He's the designer of the Next War series, which is not why he's on here today. So we're not gonna bother him with Next War questions.
Oh,
Although if you do have any questions as you're playing, please put them in the chat and I'll make sure he sees them. You can get a direct answer from that. Oh, and Evan's popping up here. I'll let him get set up. So
it's about to get real.
So yeah, so we are.
You've been conniving behind our backs, haven't you?
Yes, I actually have. Hey, Evan.
Oh God, he's young.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi,
How
He's
much?
on beach time.
Yeah,
I
he's
represent the graying of the hobby.
He's got not too much. Everybody, this is Evan. So I have been working behind the Ruffs and Jester's back a little bit. Not really. They knew I was doing this. But all three of us, and it's something that I've wanted to do, play the Advanced Brook system, or ATS. And so the three of us, Mitch got me into playing it several years. Me and Mitch have played a ton.
Mhm.
I have more stories about getting blasted by him than I can count. So Chris says, thanks for the Next War.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. So, and then Evan actually took me out pretty quickly in our tournament game that we had played. And so that was actually, I think I gave him a little.
Don't be modest. Don't be modest.
It was a little bit closer than I thought it was. It was one of those.
Is
it was.
Is his dice throwing as bad as every other game he plays?
Yes. Yep.
I mean his. Is his dice throwing as bad?
I can honestly say I've never seen Tony play any other game, so I can't.
It's rubbish. Worse than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I can't throw dice when I want to throw low, I throw high, and when I want to throw high, I throw low. I get used to it. It makes the story really fun. So, but the three of us got together because we wanted to expand the ATS, or the Advanced Product System, by Critical Hit. We wanted to actually expand it and kind of get it out there. I equate it to somewhere in between Lock and Load Tactical and I hate the word easy because these games, it depends, but on the more simpler kind of gamey side to ASL, which is definitely the more detailed side and stuff like that. And this is like that sweet spot in the middle where you get enough detail without too much detail. And that's, I know a lot of people look at the rule book for ASL and it's like, that thick, while, the ATS rule book, yes, I do have it on my desk here, is, I even have these separated into, it's like 74 pages. So,
and you don't get editions like you do with ASL. Every time a new thing comes out, you've got another bundle of rules, no?
Not a huge bundle. It's usually 3 or 4 pages, guys? You're on.
It depends on the module.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some that come with none. There's some that come with maybe 1 page, and most of the time, though, it's a historical description of the module. What is it trying to represent, and then here are the terrain, the normal terrain rules. Hey, here's examples of those pieces of terrain on the map, and so it'll give you a map grid reference. And then there might be a few special rules. Now, some of the modules, there might be 3 pages of special rules just because, but that sort of depends.
But it's the same with Lock and Load. You have the module and scenario rules. So you've got different rules because it's in the desert or it's, in Normandy or whatever. So, yeah, I can understand that. But it's not like ASL where you're getting another big wodge of rules.
Not a big chapter.
No. And I'll tell you where the biggest ones usually come from is when you do more of the modern. So one of the things that ATS I think has an advantage, and Mitch and Evan I think agree with me on this, is that it covers such a wide topic, and Evan, I know you got into it because of one particular more modern battle, correct?
Yeah. I found DNB and Foo at the squad tactical level. I was like, wow, okay, I have to look into this a little bit more. Yeah, and then when I found all the other modules, all the other options for the modern stuff, the Korea and Vietnam, and then when I saw French Algeria, I was like, wow, okay, I'm not super into French Algeria, but I was like, that's pretty cool. A very wide breadth of options.
Yeah, so that's what's really cool about ATS is that it covers, and I haven't played some of them, but it does cover all the way from the American Civil War, all the way up through, all the way up through the Arab-Israeli wars as well. There's a few modules on that, and they're Vietnam, and it looks like, according to some of the emails, we may be even going into even more modern 90s and 2000s.
The latest Friday emailer had a list of, what do you think, guys? Maybe 12 or something topics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything from
Budapest,
it was a lot. Hungary in 1950 to 1991 Iraq War to lots of new modern stuff. So it'll be pretty cool. And then, like Tony said, right now there's 3 main rule sets. There's CWATS, Civil War ATS, GWATS, Great War ATS, and ATS, which is World War II plus.
Yeah.
So modern stuff is covered by that rule set. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sure that will probably come with an addendum or something, because obviously,
I suppose if they bring out more
armaments change,
bring out another rule
stuff
set.
got different, right? So
yeah. So most of the big addendums that get added to ATS, and they're not really addendums or chapters, or I think 10 pages at the most, is usually on the newer stuff. And that's just because there's a lot of one-offs. Like, instead of a BAR gunner in World War II, you have a thumper gunner in Vietnam. So there's a little bit a difference to those and what they can and can't do, as well as weaponry in general changes from World War II to Vietnam so much. There's a lot of the similarities, but the RPGs change. So that's where a lot of that comes in. So we've gone together, the 3 of us have put together, and I will say it's been a lot of Mitch and a lot of Evan. I've done some.
You've done a bit of that, haven't you?
I'm the talker. Yeah. Yeah. And I will.
He's the face.
You know
he's
what?
the face man. He's the front man.
Yeah. I'll get to this in a minute, private public, but the quick answer is yes. And we'll kind of tell you why in a little bit, but the quick answer is very, very much yes. And by the way, you only use about 10% of the rules 90% of the time. Mitch has said that several times, and this is true. You use 10% of the rule 90% of the time. It's when you get that one-off exception where you're like, oh, how does that work again? That's when you're really looking at it. But Mitch and Evan have done a lot. Evan is a prolific writer. I'm going to give him credit for that. He does a lot. So a couple things. We have a YouTube channel, which we put up last week. And in the show notes, I have links to all of them. So we have a YouTube channel. We also have a podcast channel, but I am putting all the podcasts on YouTube. We've had 2 podcasts so far. That is ATSFE on the Rocks. For me being the talk man, I really can't talk that well. So
enunciation. It's only enunciation.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And I'm a teacher too. So
some good pronunciations. Listen to the podcast for some of those missteps.
Well, let's say there is a reason for the on the rocks, because we usually have a few adult beverages while we are doing it. So it gets pretty.
You won't catch me doing that, I'll tell you.
See, Ruff's looked at a lot of stuff, and he's afraid he's going to be that rabbit going down the hole if he gets too much into it. So
American Civil War starting to get its tentacles around me wasp names, and that's terrible. Not being an American Civil War person, but watching a series on it, it's going, oh yes. I'm afraid that's going to happen with ATS. So what I want, I know there's questions, what I want is for you to say, okay, Ruff, give it a go, try this. here's the rules, and this is the module. Is there such a thing?
There is. Evan actually wrote a pretty good getting started. And matter of fact, what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to do
You're
a
going to
quick.
get out,
That's the third part that Tony has yet to mention is the blog.
Yes,
Yeah.
I keep getting to it, but Evan's a prolific writer. Mitch edits pretty well too. So I'm not going to go for that. But we have a blog, and I'm going to share it right now if I can get it up here. So here we go. So we have this. We did a WordPress
you can read the
blog.
article. Unfortunately.
So we have the getting started button right here. Actually goes through rough and exactly what you need. Basic games. It goes through everything. And
Okay. I know. Are they easy to get over this side of the pond?
We have a lot of international, so I'm not sure. From what I hear, Noble Knight does a pretty good job at international shipping. So you might want to look at that.
There must be some rough because a lot of the players are international. I mean, there's I know a couple guys in the UK. I think a couple Spanish players at least. So, and I'm sure there are more, but how they acquire them, I have no idea. Right? But,
I'll have to have a. Don't start. Yeah, Chris is going rough. ACW. Just Napoleonics left. Okay.
Right. Yeah, we'll get you all in there.
Yeah.
So, but there are a lot of great articles on here. We've done some scenarios analysis, and we're really trying to reach the current ATS players as well as some new ones. This was actually the battle that me and Evan actually did compete in, which was pretty cool. So we can go down here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal for the goal for ATSFE is it's really just to grow the community. I mean, there's no that we could find. There's just not a lot of content out there. There's no podcast. There's no YouTube, or if there are YouTube channels, there's very few and far between. Like Tony did a couple on Tony's Board Life. He did some playthroughs, right? Which I think we transferred over.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as that is, I haven't seen a whole lot of other content, and as far as written content, other than stuff that came in the magazines that Critical Hit put out, I've never seen any online written content, or at least very little. So, the goal is just kind of to get that content out there, get people interested, because, and I think I might have said this on one of the podcasts or something, we just want more people to like it, so we have more people to play with.
Yeah.
And it's represented on Vassal as well, yeah. So they can play it that way.
Yeah. In that getting started article, there's a big section on Vassal ATS and how to get it. And like most things, you have to have the rules and the modules to actually play. But
so here's the and again, I put all the links in the show notes. So if you're interested, just go ahead, play around with it. So hey, we're up to 50 subscribers, guys. So we've been up for about 2.
I've subscribed. Yeah.
Yep. So we've been up to about 2 weeks. Got up there about 2 weeks.
Wow.
But we've got several different things. We have them. One thing we have to do is we have to keep them in playlists. I'm very big on the playlist because it just make it easier.
Yeah.
So there's 3. So one of the members of our group that actually plays is Scott Eagles, and he does all the Vassal modules and everything like that. So here's how to use and all the different things for the Vassal module. And then we have opposed plays as well. So we have the grabbing some houses, which Mitch and Evan did. So you can watch a full mission playthrough without too many problems. So it looks like we had lost. Okay, let me hear. Ooh. So, which is pretty cool.
That grabbing some houses is a short one.
Yeah, you're able to do it in about an hour, which is kind of nice. Oops, I did not want to do that. And then we have, battlefield walkarounds. So one of our biggest issues is that the Critical Hit website is from the 90s or worse. So it's very hard to see what's on there. So we've actually started going through our modules and putting in here exactly what we are, what we're actually, what's inside them, what you need, what you don't need if you forgot, something like that. So it really does help with that. And then tutorials, we will have a bunch more tutorials. So we have a aircraft attacks. So we're going to have little tutorials, 15, 20 minutes, things like that. So it's really great because
some of those haven't been released yet, though.
Yes. So we've talked about it, and instead of releasing everything all at once, and we'll go back to here, we've actually gone through and we actually are releasing things kind of periodically instead of giving you all of it at once. Let's see here. So, but
teases like that.
Yeah. So let's talk. So I know we did a top 5, guys, but and when you listen to it, it keeps. I can't multitask, guys. I thought I could. No problem, Evan. Don't worry about it. I'm just going with it. He keeps dropping out. Oh, good old second world internet. So,
who's it published by?
Critical Hit.
Barely. It's like 1.5.
Yeah, yeah. It's Critical Hit does the does it, and I'll have to put their website up there. I didn't even.
There's supposed to be some. Chris has sent me a sentiment. Well, put in the chat that there's some on Second Chance Games.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Uh-oh. I think we got them.
Nice.
No, not at these prices. You haven't. Hold on.
But so I know we did this on our second podcast, but I think we all kind of agreed. What's the one thing about ATS that makes this why we really like it? So what is it, guys? I'm going to leave that up to you guys to answer.
Impulse system.
Yeah, the impulse
system. Hands down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the person who asked about solo gaming, the impulse system makes it, among other things, really, really easy to solo. It makes it very enjoyable because you don't have to worry about planning ahead and thinking about what I'm thinking about, what he's thinking about. You just go get plan yourself. But yeah, and Mitch can talk about the impulse system and how great it is in general. That makes it very consolable.
Yeah. Right. Well, and like Evan's saying, you don't have to move all of one side and then move all of the other side. So because you're activating each side in impulses, you might do a squad or a whole platoon or whatever. It lends itself really well to solo play when there's not hidden units, of course. But there's also in one of the products, and I don't remember which one. Tony, you're doing a video, I think, on it. There's a product called the ATS Robot that it messes with the sequence of play just a little bit, I think. But you pull a card, and the card is an AI that controls the other side. So you pick which side you're playing, and the other side is played by this robot. And I've never used it. I think Tony's going to do a pretty deep dive on it. So
yeah, I've actually have some.
Say the thing is,
but opposed play is always better.
Boccolo Tactical uses an impulse system, and if you wish, has a solo system. So ATS is with more detail on it. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, a bit more, not Chrome, because Chrome tends to be used when it's stuff that's not really necessary, but it's got more detail in it. Yeah, a bit more grunge in it, a bit more bite to it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. ATS versus lock and load.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit more detail, but not a ton.
Oh, right. That's fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, and the robot, just real briefly, when you flip the card, it could be you going or it could be the AI going. The AI could go a couple of times. And it also messes kind of with the turn length, because if you get too many, it's just, honestly, it's very, very similar to the solo assistant for Lock and Load Tactical Nations at War, World at War. Once you hit kind of 2 end turn cards, the turn's over with, and you go through the end turn phase, and then you move on. So turns could be short. It could also be slow all at the same time. So it's really, really interesting and how that goes with that. And so, yeah, I'll be doing that. So solo wise, you can play both sided. There's not the only real modules that have a lot of the hidden movements or hidden issues is a lot of the Vietnam. I don't know too many of the World War II where there's that much hidden movement.
Normally, the ones you get with that is the sort of Japanese specific stuff where the Japanese are hidden, in caves or, in their holes in the ground. So yeah, that's general for most tactical games. But those that
well, yeah, and there's
is difficult to solo because there is hidden information. So
correct. Yeah,
play something else. Play another one.
Right. Or play a different module, right? That doesn't have
that.
Because there's really there's two kind of concepts of hidden in ATS. Is you can just start hidden. So in a woods hex, you might have a hidden AT gun, but once it fires or something, then it's now spotted. It's no longer hidden.
Yeah.
But the other one, and what Tony's talking about too, French Algeria has it as well. Of the suspect markers in ASL, they're called concealment markers, right? But basically, you just hide the units but it could be a stack of suspect markers, so it might be a stack of nothing. You just don't know until you engage it.
But you can sort of get around that solo, can't you? By blind doing it and then just turning them over as you hit them, and it's nothing. I've been misled. Up this garden path, and there's ways around it. Sure.
Right. Yeah. Or like you said, just play modules that don't have
that. Yeah.
And Lord knows they've got Chris is off to eat his curry.
No, he's off to Ruby Murray.
Yeah,
enjoy.
The one nice thing with ATS also is there's tons of modules that are in print. One of the huge issues that I ran across when I was looking into different tactical systems was actually getting ASL modules that didn't cost a fortune because they're in print. So one of the hardest times is actually finding in-print ASL modules, and with the critical hit modules, they're all over the place. You can get them just about anywhere, and so the availability was something that was really cool. And if you want East Front, West Front, Pacific, although we found out there wasn't much Sicily, Evan has come up recently and realized there wasn't anything for Sicily. So, but
that speaks how much variety there is. I was surprised there wasn't.
Quite interested in the sort of Arab-Israeli stuff. That's a thing that tweaks me as well. The Arab-Israeli war. There's nothing really apart from the Arab-Israeli war, old, Panzer Leader version thingy.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't much. There's a standard combat system, and that's about it. But it does interest me for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. So they do modules on that. So that might be something I can do that no other sort of game system does. So I won't feel so guilty, because nobody else does it. So that might be worth looking into. Yeah.
If you're really curious, and the OG actually has done some videos on it as well, and kind of a preview. He will be on one of our podcasts eventually. He's agreed to do that, but he's done some videos on the Arab-Israeli war, and he actually took 3 battles and did it in 3 different games. 1 battle in 3 different games. So it was really interesting on how he did that.
Hethwell's asked something. Yes.
Yeah. Not. Yeah, you can probably do it. I don't know how easy or how hard it would be, But once you get enough, of the counters, which generally after about 2 modules you have, especially if you're doing East Front. Once you do East Front, you have enough German and Russian, you can do just about anything. So there's not a true design system, but there's no reason why you couldn't design something if you really wanted to. So, but yeah, it really does speak to how much we like the system. With we're putting all this effort into it, and we really do enjoy playing the game. It's the impulse system is what is so fun, and we really get into it in our podcast about it. And I'm actually writing an article on the impulse system in general, because in soloing a lot of games, the impulse system or chip pull system is really, it makes soloing them a lot easier. And I know, Ruff, you really like the chip pull system.
Oh yeah, I mean, Nations at War, I know it's a platoon level, and they have a card system. It's chip pull, but you turn the card now. They've updated it, and yes, you move that formation, so it's not like one hex worth. But I love that system, and and Lock and Load doesn't have the chip pull, the tactical, but it's that unit moves, and then the other side moves, and then you move, and then so it is like ATS in that way. I love that, because it's so you can solo it so easily then, without one side doing their thing. And then you've got to turn around and think, now what this side going to do? In a lot of other types of hex and counter games, if you like. So I love it. Yeah,
the impulse system is definitely, and it's what attracted to me to the system was definitely the impulse system. It was so much fun where when your opponent makes a mistake, a lot of times with an I go you go system, you can't get
away.
You can't
undo it.
Utilize it. Well, you can't. Well, if they make a mistake and then they realize they made a mistake, they could fix it with some other units possibly, or somehow mitigate that. But in an impulse system, your opponent makes a mistake. Trust me, I've seen it happen. It's happened to me plenty of times. I made a mistake and moved a guy too soon, and it just opened up the door. And I think Mitch knows he can. Not much anymore. That was early in the game, but. The narrative that it draws is just
it gets better every time he loses.
How long is that going to take?
I've actually won I haven't beat Mitch. Well, not in a module that I would say was really, because there's one where whoever had that site actually won one of the way scenarios. I think.
Yeah, there was. I don't think there was a way to win with the other side, but
yeah,
we'll give it a crack at some point.
Yeah, we'll have to, now that we know how to play it, it would be interesting to play it again. So me and Mitch actually, a lot of times when we play, we'll play one side and then we'll flip sides and, play the other side. So it makes it really fun, and we get a little bit more out of it for sure. So
are the rules online? Because Second Chance Games over here have got a few things, Road to Bataan and bloody Omaha D-Day, £100. Oh, cool. Omaha West.
It's a
Battle of Pork Chop.
The Omaha modules are very large.
Yeah,
that's why.
No, I don't want that. But can you get the rules online?
You can order them from Critical Hit. I don't think you can get them from anywhere else.
Yeah. Ah, right.
Yeah.
No,
I know Noble Knight has them, but they're overpriced. I'll flat out say it. They have them actually at MSRP. Right. So
I think Critical Hit still sends a PDF rulebook as well, but I'm not entirely positive.
Who's that? Sorry.
The company, Critical Hit.
I think the company
still
sends
a PDF version.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they do, but I'm not positive.
I do like physical copies, though. I'm old-fashioned.
Absolutely. You get both, right? It's not one or the other. You get one with.
Oh, right. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
And I like the PDF because it's easy to search.
Sure, and that's what I'd use it for. But to sit there first time reading,
I
love the physical. I'm just an old-fashioned guy, I like the physical turning of the pages and things, running your finger down and all that malarkey. Right. But PDF's great for searching. You want to search up a certain word, bang, that's it.
Correct.
Good. I'll have to check it out. You know,
Except, what's the one thing you don't search for in that rule book, Tony?
Critical hit.
Right.
The company's name's Critical
Because it's on
Hit.
every page.
It's on every page.
oh right,
So
Yeah.
you can get a critical hit when you roll 210. When you roll, 210s.
Yeah,
On
210s.
certain things. Yeah.
Oh, it's a D10
Right.
system, yeah.
Yeah, it's a D10
Yeah.
system. It is bloody as all get out. So that makes it even more fun. The casualty rate's pretty high. And what's interesting, and I was probably not thinking about it, but when I mentioned that in one of our podcasts that the CRT is dangerous. But casualties are not always people getting hit or being killed. Casualties are the inability for them to actually fight in combat. So when somebody says a casualty, that does not mean you killed somebody. It just means they are unable to continue to fight, whether it be an injury, mental, or physical. So, some of these casualties may not be the physical kind. They may be the mental kind. Somebody just loses it and just all of a sudden hunkers down and hides. So it's one of those things that the casualty and and I can't think of it, but the casualty rate being as high. So we're going to go on. Evans, in his 1.5 world view, just said it won't stop dropping him, so he's gonna stay off. So, but
He just wants to go back to the beach.
Yeah,
but I don't blame him. He's in Panama, for goodness sake.
It's always interesting listening to him talk to his wife in Spanish while we're playing. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but he was definitely one of those ones. So,
well, he's too young, too good looking, and has too much hair.
The hair thing, I agree with. I don't know if I want to be that young again.
You might want that much hair again, though.
Oh, I'd love to have that much hair again.
Yeah. So the wind blows it,
Yeah. See, Mitch has got more hair than we do, so
I keep it short.
It a bit.
It's lake hair currently, but whatever. This is how ATSFP rolls.
Any questions from the chat about this ATS? Why is it called Advanced to Brook system?
It came from Hal Hawk's original Tobruk, the old Avalon Tobruk system. Correct, and then became Advanced Tobruk system. And then obviously that's just a mouthful, so it's ATS. And that's so where we got our name is there are two SOPs in the game, sequences of play in the game. One is the Advance to Contact, which not a lot of people use, but the other one is called the Fully Engaged. So in theory, you use the Advance to Contact SOP until you are quote unquote fully engaged, and then use the Fully Engaged SOP. And so we had kind of adopted that as our name. That's why it's ATS-FE, ATS Fully Engaged. Again, we want everybody to be fully engaged. That's why.
So, but yeah, so the ATS, if you're interested, take a look, watch some videos, watch some gameplay. I think that's the best way to learn the system or to see if it's something that would interest you. I know that's something I do, and we kind of talked about before you came on, Mitch. I was watching other people play some other games, and I'm like, ooh, can I get that now?
Yep.
So,
right.
So it's kind of like, oh, that looks really good. I think that would be fun to have.
It is the spawn of the devil. Sometimes it's crazy. Yeah, you think, look at that.
And come hang out us.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, come hang out with us on Discord. Send Tony an email. Get an invite.
Yeah. By all means.
Yeah, we play, and if we're on, you can just jump in and watch. I usually do stream it on Discord, so you can actually watch it on Discord and not have to worry about going through the whole Vassal or anything like that. I usually do put the stream on, so people can just jump on Discord and watch. We actually have a pretty active group on Discord too. There's a lot of good discussions, a lot of different rules and stuff going on. So it's definitely. In fact,
one of the guys on there is doing a very deep dive on the Great War ATS system. He's doing post after post after post of how it works. So if you're interested, get on over there and you can check it out.
Oh, got a bit of praise for Mitch there.
So, but yeah, no, it's one of those things. So if you guys are interested, let me know. So Mitch, since you're out in and enjoying, if you have nothing else or would like to add anything else, I'll let you go so you can enjoy time with your family and everything on those. And thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Evan apologizes again. Again, living in he said 1.5 world.
Right. We give him crap for that all the time.
Can I just ask Mitch a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sure.
What's the next war? Go on, go on. Nobody's listening.
That's a great question. Yeah, it's honestly not really sure yet. There are a couple of things in the. What?
Is it hot and sandy?
It might be. That's one of the things in consideration. So the problem is right now, we're trying to get Vietnam out the door, which is getting really close. But
you mean
Next World Poland Second Edition?
Yeah.
The reprint for Ralph and I have been working on that.
Okay.
We're trying to get that wrapped up, and then we'll turn our attention back to Next World Poland Second Edition, and then figure out what's next after that. So
you obviously mean the old
Vietnam
the
6575. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Mitch is
very close.
For those of that don't know, Mitch is actually working on the old Victory Games Vietnam 6575. So Mitch is a developer on that, and so I actually got to with Ralph, and then I got to meet also, which is part of one of the guys that we know is actually the graphics guy, and so I got to see a lot of playtests of the art that was done back in April, and that was really cool to see that. So if you definitely want if Vietnam, that's the game. That from what everybody said, that's the game to go to with that. And there's some soloable scenarios from what I've been told too. So, but no, I don't think the full campaign is. I'm correct on that, right, Mitch?
Yeah, well, even most of the scenarios, the VC are hidden. So I mean, you can work around that as long as you don't mind, just putting them down randomly and figuring out when they turn over. So,
well, that's okay. I can't even remember what I did 5 minutes ago. So
right, exactly.
So okay. So Vietnam 6575, then Next War Poland, the second edition, and then you guys are working on something.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have you back on when you actually decide to figure out what that next war is, and then we'll let you kind of spill the beans.
I was going to give Next War Vietnam a go, but then Dad versus Son has now done a blooming playthrough of it, so I've got to hold back on that again. But so I'm going to watch that and learn all about it and then play it. Charles has asked,
awesome.
is this the Avalon Hill to Brook all grown up?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But it's different, right? Because the old Tobruk had different rules and it was a little bit lower scale, I think. But basically, yes.
Right, there you go.
Kind of like Squad Leader became ASL.
Yeah.
Tobruk
that's yep. So so Charles, jump on the sites and find out what you want. So, well, thanks for coming, Mitch, and anytime you want to come on, let us know about a new Next War game. You're more than welcome to.
Cool, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, see you later, Mitch.
Thank you.
All right, see you.
Okay, so
you kicked him out quick. But you say goodbye properly. It's terrible, Tony. Just us, and we're losing people because David.
No, they just went back up. We went back up.
Yeah.
So but I wanted to have the guys on. They were all on vacation and enjoying. Well, I think Evan's on permanent vacation in Panama, but we won't hold that against it. Well, actually, I do hold it against him.
I'm very jealous.
Yeah, but Mitch was also on vacation, so I wanted to let them get back. But I did want them on to talk about ATS and everything like that. So, with that, so what are you? So with the Yeah, see, there we go. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you're like a goldfish. You're like,
I know. I told you I can play solo very well because I forget what I do all the time.
you're like talking away, and it's squirrel, and it's you're gone, haven't you? You've forgotten what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Come on, concentrate. You won't ask us again to do it on our own, otherwise, if you don't.
Yeah, he won't let us. He won't let us. He won't let us
watching
play
now.
Oh, he said he didn't have Wi-Fi, so
Oh, that's right then.
And remember, we don't say his name 3 times.
No,
because then he will turn up.
Yeah.
But no, so I've kind of got a couple things on plan. So I was telling Ruff, we got to get Stuka on here at some point, but
it'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I mean, I've chatted to him a few times on Discord and that when we were doing with Keith. Track.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what a lovely chap.
Yeah.
But will he come down to our level? I don't know. I have to ask him.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know what? Sometimes we just got to let our fans help us guide our way.
Let the brains do the thinking for us. Yeah.
Yeah. So, by the way, Charles, just reach out to me and I will gladly take you step by step through the game, and it works for anybody. If you're interested, just send me a message. I will gladly take you step by step through a game and kind of show you what the system is and get you all set up, including you, Ruff. I'll gladly. This is actually a system I can teach really well because I've played quite a bit.
Stop it. You know what I'm like? I'm a bit obsessive.
Okay, so back to the CSR awards. I wanted to do that. So have you done any voting so far?
No.
Not
because I don't know. They're supposed to be revamping the categories and this, that, and the other. But I don't know. After last year's debacle, too strong a word? I don't know.
My problem is I don't think I've played any games that were released in 2020.
Oh, the only one I have is that. Will that be in? Will that be in next year?
When that came out.
Oh, was that 2021?
That might be 2021.
Yeah, that's next year.
You know what? I'm going to take a look just to see, because they said. So here's the thing.
Did he get the categories up? Let's have a look.
Yeah, he did. Let me see if I will look at that real quick here. See if I can find it again. CSR awards. I have to search it back up.
I suppose it's a good thing that there are awards for our hobby, but and it does look like, as I said, they're sort of looking into it and revamping the categories and extending some. We'll see. Come on, get them up.
I typed in CSR awards and there's like
nothing.
Yeah, so I have to. Charles S. Robert Awards.
Who was it? Who's the chap that is on Dan's show every week, does a video, and he's involved in this CSR awards, and he did a video on them. Kilroy, I think Kilroy was here, and he did one about it, saying you should vote and all that. And here's a link to where you can vote, but. Let's see if I can get that up.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, it's not coming up on mine.
He doesn't come up on mine. I think because he's only got a very small.
Yeah.
And also, that title of his channel is used a heck of a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Let's put that in CSR.
I don't even know. I thought I saved it, but I don't know if I saved it anymore.
No, it's not coming up at all.
So how are we supposed to vote? So here's the thing: is if they really wanted people to vote, and I know a lot of people put it in a thing. You vote again. No. Hey, it can't. So, but if they really want us to vote on stuff, why is it so hard to find it? It should be a lot easier to find it, but I don't know. I did take a look at it, and here's my. I know they're volunteer, and I hate being picky on this, but they don't list the games. You have to put the games in again yourself.
Oh.
And if you're not sure, they said check on BGG. To me, that seems a little like they could probably go through and take care of a lot of different issues.
I'm thinking there would have been a list of the games that can get awards and the category that they're in, and you just go, that one, click, that one, click. No?
Nope.
Well, it's not very helpful, is it?
No, and that's the issue with it. Why can't I think of your game right now? Why can't I think of the title?
What game?
The
Atlantic.
Yeah, Atlantic Chase. Thank you. Thank you.
Best game of 2021 at the moment.
I want to see when it was released, so that way, there we go. 2021.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to vote next time. So,
but I don't even know the complete list of games that were released in 2020. So how can I vote? And I haven't got time to look them all up.
That's my biggest issue, and Private Public agrees with me.
Yeah, I haven't got time to look them all up.
They should have,
and listed, and you can just click on them then.
Yep.
It's easy enough to do something like that, Tony, isn't it?
And it's just one of those things. I'm like, because I was like, oh, this will be great. And then I'm looking at it and going, no, it is not.
I've got to think of a game, make sure it's 2020, and see what categories it's in, and then write it out.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
That's not how it should work. I mean, good on them for doing an award, and it's all amateurs or amateur part-timers.
I think I know where it is.
Nothing, but come on, if you want people to get involved, make it user-friendly.
Let's see here. Oh, that's way too much. I went over. I thought it would be in the Charles or in the CSW, but I don't see it in CSW. So,
is it on Board Game Geek under CSR?
That's the thing. This is this is exactly. Somebody sent me an email. If anybody's got the link, and I hate. Oh, here we go. Maybe this might be it. I'm on Consum World right now on the news, and I'm clicked on the old one. Yeah, the old one. And I'm clicked on CSR or the Charles S. Robert Awards. Why is there stuff about home painters on this?
Oh, sweet.
I'm not kidding. Here, let me show you. So I just clicked on on this. Let me share my screen here.
Got a dead space in this one. He's not going to be happy.
It is what it is. So Charles S. Robert Awards, and
click here to vote. Where's that?
You need to hire a decking contractor.
Right. A house painter.
A house painter. Exactly. What's
okay?
I mean, seriously.
Maybe they're trying to keep riffraff like me out. They only want proper grogs in.
I don't know. Let's see if I'm gonna. Let's see. Let's see if I do Charles S. Roberts instead of CSR.
Awards.
Yeah, award. And see if that comes up with something. Oh, here it is. Man, I'm not going to say here it is yet.
No, it might be something.
Yep. Nope, got it. Here we go. So, here we go. Now I got it. Okay, so here we go. So, new categories. Oh, I got to be on this screen. Sorry. Best Ancients to Medieval Era. So, I think didn't they do it where it was Ancients to like 1800s or something like that? Like, yeah. So in like the 1800s included the American Civil War. So
yeah, I think they've chopped them up a bit. Yeah, which is good.
Yep. So ancients to medieval era, early gunpowder. So they've kind of taken some stuff and categorized it a little bit better. Best American Civil War board game. Best World War I era. That's good because they had it like until World War II. Like it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Updated categories. Yeah, it was like late gunpowder to World War I. So in this case, late gunpowder, but take away American Civil War.
Right.
Kind of like that. That's actually pretty decent. Small format board game has a maximum map size of A4. Okay. I was about to say A4 or American letter size.
Yeah.
Best
11-ish type thing. Yeah.
Best war game review or analysis now can include podcast, webcast, or websites. Guys, vote for us.
That's me out. I don't review games. I play them anyway. Yeah.
Okay, so Charles ballots for a PDF ballot, or here can be downloaded. Okay, so this.
Yeah, but I suppose.
Let's go here. Let's go here.
I suppose though, if I haven't played any, for instance, American Civil War games, I wouldn't put.
Yeah, you don't have to vote
for everything
for that.
Yeah.
So. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put my. We're gonna get in this thing and take a look at it, but I wanna. Not like you guys can't.
No, vote for
email
us.
Anyway.
Yeah, vote for us. Put one in, Tony. We'll have at least one. We'll have at least one vote.
Okay, here we go. So now we'll go back to here so we can take a look at this. So, first category we've got, and I got to make sure this is. See, this is where my issue is. Best ancients to medieval board war game up to 1453. You have to type in your answer.
Well, I suppose that would be things like Men of Iron. Is that 2020? Or was it? That was 2020, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. So I'm going to go back to.
What a performance!
Men of. I know this is like it's like. The tri-pack was 2020, but would that be considered a new game?
I would think so. It's revamped with the rules have been revamped and put into one volume, so all three games have the same rule set. Core rule set.
Yeah, Charles puts up a good comment. All they have to do is send an email.
Yeah, I'm laughing at that.
Right there, and private public. It all seems too hard. Okay, let's continue on with what we've got here, and just see. Early gunpowder Renaissance, Sengoku Judai. I do know how to say that.
It's not very easy, is it?
No. So you can put three different answers. Why would you put three different answers?
Well, you might play three different games, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know. Best Napoleonic era. Yeah. Best Napoleonic era. That's a good category to do. And this one excluding. I see. This is the way they can have a bunch of lists. So you can put your answer in, and then you can put other games in there as well.
Oh, there's a drop down. Is there anything on the drop downs then?
Nope. There's no drop downs. It's all you write your answers in there.
Sorry. Right.
Best American Civil War game, World War I era game, World War II board war game, best World War II Cold War and hypothetical era war board game, best science fiction or fantasy board war game.
All right.
I'm going to click next. Let's go back up here. Pre-20th century computer war game, modern war game, computer war game, best science fiction fan. I might be able to do some of the. I don't know. I'd have to see. It's so hard to see. Best war game computer assist module. War game expansion or update. Best computer war game graphics. Best solitaire cooperative board war game. That's it. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. I was on. Best magazine board war game. You know what? That's the one thing I was going to say. I was watching Stuka Joe earlier today, and he does the magazine games.
Yeah,
and he makes those magazine games look worthwhile.
yeah. I think he's a lawyer. Remember,
He's also a developer too. So
Yeah.
I think he likes that. He's like, they're all really pretty good. Sometimes you just got to put a little effort into them. And
That's what he
I
said.
get some people don't want to put effort into their games. But he always makes them look really good. I don't know how. And then he always does his little tweak on them, like with the sequence of play cards or something like that. Yeah. Best amateur print and play board war game, not available for commercial sale and not announced for publication for crowdfunding. Postcard small format board war game, up to 100 playing pieces, not bigger than a US or A4. Best expansion or supplement to an existing war game. Best board war game playing components. Best board war game map graphics. And best board game rules. Anything by Jerry White. Whoever does his rules.
It's got to be 2020. As Charles says, he thinks the Men of Iron tri-pack was 2019, so we can't do that one.
Yeah. Best original box art cover. Well, what's considered original? Because clip art's not original, and most of them are clip art nowadays. Professional war game magazine. By the way, I do have a subscription to War Diary, and I recommend it. It's got some good articles in there.
Well, the game that Lock and Load did with War Game, the
is that the Bougainville?
Yes, Bougainville. Yeah.
Best amateur war game magazine. I actually think that might be considered, the War Diary might be considered that. I'm not quite too sure on that one.
Well,
best individual historical or scenario analysis.
Ooh.
Best game review analysis website, webcast, or podcast.
Yeah, we'll get one vote at least.
The War Room. There we go.
Yeah.
You guys saw that, right? best military history book.
Yeah, but what's been published in 2020? You know, I need lists, and have I read them?
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, best war game of the year. Person or game. Clausewitz Hall of Fame person. Oh, and that's it. I mean,
yeah, they'll make it easy for you, do they? I suppose you just look at the games you've played or bought and you've played 2020, but yeah.
They don't really give you much direction either. I mean, this is all there is direction-wise.
They're assuming you know what you're doing, and they're talking to me, remember.
Yeah, and yeah, I get some games that are released in 2020. I wonder here. Let me play around with this. Let's see if we can do some interesting advanced searches here in.
I tell you what, just mess them up and put U-boot in every category. And say Jester sent it.
No, put Jester's email down.
Yeah,
okay, 2020. Let's see if I can. Okay, so the one nice thing, let's see here, is, and I'm doing this right now, so I'll put this up here in a second, is I've just put the release dates for war games for 2020.
Right.
Okay. So Eclipse Dawn, Second Dawn for the Galaxy, that might be a sci-fi one, so that would go
fair enough. Yeah.
So Imperial Struggle, I do have that one, haven't played it. The Root, that's Coin Light.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not Undaunted North Africa.
It should win that.
I don't have the North Africa, but I do have the Normandy one. It's pretty good. The Shores of Tripoli was from then.
Oh, that's a good game. Yeah.
And you played it.
And I've played it. Yeah, it's a good game.
Okay. Huntered.
No, I haven't got that one.
Okay. All Bridges Burning. Got it. Haven't played it. Maybe I should play it before I have to submit it. So
yeah,
I
would.
I like it. Caesar Rome versus Gaul. We got Freedom. Wars and Peace. Yeah. This Invasions I've seen people play.
Yeah, that's got a lot of people that played it. A lot of rule
issues. That better not win rules of the year from what I've seen. Yeah. Brotherhood and Unity.
I hear good things about that, but again, it's a card-driven game, and it's solo, isn't it? You know, me, I'm solo. Oh, I've got Target for tonight.
Okay, that came out. Yeah, so Private Public just put. Oh, I can see how U-boat cleaned up. It's very loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem. They did
all
a real
I've got
good job
to do for Target for tonight is print off the 9 pages of errata for it, and I'm away.
Time for Trumpets did come out in 2020. Okay.
All right. For What Remains, another David Thompson game.
Hey, Steeler Fan has a real good suggestion here. 3 to 5 years after release, so people have time to actually play them. I agree with you, Steeler Fan. There's a lot of people that cannot. I got it. If I get a 2020 game, I'm lucky if I get it at the table.
Yeah, you get it because you want it, and you've got to get it before it gets sold out. So you put it away, and you think, right, that's on my to-do list. Yeah. The mission. A lot of people played that. Blue Tweezers has done a playthrough.
Yeah.
Of that.
Yeah. See, this says Men of Iron Tripex 2020 here. So
we could go in there then.
Yep. Because they said if it was on 2020 on BGG, it counts.
Right.
So yeah. Folded Gap, the Battle for the Center. Yeah, Williams got comment too there. This one I want it, and I wish I would have backed it.
Yeah, another David Thompson game. Yeah.
Yep. I heard good things about Black Swan. I've heard good things about the first Jihad as well.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about this Jaws of Victory.
That's the sort of monstery game from Modern World. What's the name of the company?
New England Simulations.
That's right. They're not a
huge company, but yeah. But I have heard good stuff. France 1944 Designer Edition.
Yeah.
Hungarian Rhapsody. Hey, I didn't realize that came out. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, you don't realize, do you?
Mm-hmm.
World of Tanks. A lot of people play that though.
War for Chicken Island. I almost want to. I got to click on it. I'm sorry.
Click on that one. What the heck is that?
I got to click on this one. It's a miniatures.
Oh.
And it's a bunch of chickens. This would be fun to play with my kids. Let's look at that.
That looks like that cartoon, Chicken Run.
Oh, it does. Okay, I got to go back. But that's funny. That's underneath the war game. I want to actually put that in under war games. Okay. World War II, Commander, Battle of the Bulge, America Bomber, Route the Vagabond Pack.
A lot of things. That one from Salerno to Rome, the components on that's supposed to be really good. It's got good. It's an Italian company, I think. So it's got some good vibes about that.
Yeah. Let's see. Gatefall, Napoleon Returns 1815. I've heard great stuff about this. The Iron Curtain, Central Europe, 1945 and 1989.
Different scenarios going right from 45 to 89.
I think it's either 3 or 4 games. I can't quite remember if it's 3 or 4 games in it, basically. And so I've heard great things about that one. I actually heard a good interview with Carl Fung, the actual designer. Really good.
It's
it's an SCS, yeah. But I heard it's deeper. It's got more to it than there's more meat to it. Not like complexity wise, but there's more meat to it than a lot of the SCS games.
Bit more going on. Yeah.
Yep. Deadly Northern Lights.
I want that. I want that. I know it's a huge, evilly complex game, but I don't know why I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. But it's very expensive and very hard to get hold of because it's sort of they do a very limited print run.
Yeah, because they don't get their money. Fabrizio. Yeah. Kev does a great job with those, and he loves it, doesn't he? He loves it. Yeah. And and I think Fabrizio actually talks to Kev about certain things, and
I think they exchange ideas and things.
Well, and that's a good thing, a designer reaching out to somebody that plays their games,
and knows the things that work and the things that might be improved.
Britannia Classic and Dual Edition. Hey, I got to vote for Next War Vietnam. I haven't played it.
Never heard
of it. Yeah. It's some strange, designer.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I know you played this one.
Yeah, it's a good game. Good game.
I have it. I haven't played it, but I have it.
And I'm surprised they haven't sent me their new one, Bug River.
Yeah, those components are phenomenal.
Oh, they are.
They're phenomenal. I want to get the Crossing the Ekin as well. That looks really good.
Oh, that's a great game. Yeah, I want to get that. Put that back out. I think Diagonal Moves is doing a thing.
Yes,
on that.
He actually did a how to play, kind of like a how to play type thing.
Yeah,
because he's like, he's kind of like us, and where he looks at the rules and he's like, okay, I've actually got to play this to figure it out, and then he tells you, So I've been watching his stuff. He's doing some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
I do have this expansion. Haven't played it. Labyrinth of Forever War. I have all 3 of the expansions. Crusader Kingdoms, the War for the Holy Land, Conquistadors. I recognize some of these.
Yeah.
Chancellorsville, I heard, is pretty good.
Fitna as well.
Yeah. Age of Dogfights World War One. I've heard Gimpy's doing crazy stuff on that.
European father and son company.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. I think Eastern Polish. Too. I think they're like
Polish. Eastern European. Yeah, it's like Serbia or something. I could be wrong, but
Yep. Stilicho. I played. I played the Wars of Marcus Aurelius on my last vacation, and this is like
what was the
same idea.
Video you did.
What?
What video series did you do on?
Oh, Charlemagne. Yep, Charlemagne. Another SCS, the Rostov 41 Race to the Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, I have this one. 1919 Storm in the West.
There's a few games then.
Yeah, I actually do have quite a few. Attrition of Soul.
I haven't got any of them.
I think I got to the point where I've bought all the old games, so now I just want the new ones coming. Command and Colors Tricon Jacobite Rising. I want this because of the Scots. That's why I want this one.
Just because you got a Scottish surname doesn't, it's. I've looked at your lineage. It's Welsh.
Anyways. Let's see. Risk Warhammer 40,000. Napoleon's Wheel at all costs. The Great War in the East. That's Hollenspiel. I recognize those covers. Lucky Forward. I'm surprised. Didn't Jester get this one? It's just so big. I think he got this one.
Yeah, I don't recognize
because it's a Goss title. I remember that.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yep. Ostkrieg, World War II Eastern Front. I saw some people that weren't that thrilled. I think
same here.
Was that Bare Bones Wargaming?
I think so.
Yeah. He's like, I really wanted it to be good, and it wasn't.
Left him a bit cold.
Yeah. Dawn's Early Light, The War of 1812. CDG. I'm kind of interested. Yeah. I'm interested in that. We beat you guys. Actually, the War of 1812 was like a draw. Nobody actually won that war. It was more of a draw. Hey, Tweezers showed up.
Hiya.
He was probably watching the Lock and Load.
Yeah. That's where they've all gone. Hethwell.
Yeah, I noticed our numbers started going up recently, so they must be all done.
Yeah. Cheeky swines.
Ariete?
Yeah, that's tactical combat system one.
Yep. Oh, let's see. The Great War Commander. Sorry, I missed a couple. Battle of the Bulge.
That's getting good reviews and things.
The Great War Commander or the Battle of the Bulge?
Jester likes that as well. So
yep. Oh, he was doing something else. I see. I'm not that important, Tweezers. It's just Jester that's important. I got you.
What's going on? Oh, right.
Old School Tactical Volume 3.
I must try and get into that. That looks cool.
It does. The boards look insanely heavy, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. March of Progress, scenario-based historical mini. I don't recognize that one. TSWW Barbarossa. I've heard really good things about this Brief Border Wars.
A lot of people say, I think Kev saying when I first got it, Mo was going, "Oh, it's brilliant." And Kev said, "Oh, okay, I'll give it a go," and he was like, underwhelmed.
Yeah, but then
he played it again, and he got into it, and he understood what it was all about. And now he loves it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about picking that up sometime. Lord knows I got enough go. Yeah. Fury at Midway. I swear. Napoleon's Imperium. I've heard good things about that. I haven't played it. Shiloh, I've heard. I have this one too. I didn't buy it in 2020. Does that matter? I bought it in 2021.
No, it came out. I mean, I was going to get it, and I still may get it, but it's not as solo friendly as the tri-pack is. I still
think using the cards, I don't think they're that big. It's that hard.
No, I use the printout. That I got. You can't. It's C3I printout. Yeah. You just look at what's going on between the two sides.
Now they've actually got cards to help out, though, like more than just the tactics cards. These are actually like
cards, which make it a little less solo friendly, I think.
But I don't think it was that. I don't think it's that bad.
No, you can get around anything, can't you? But I have pre-500 the new.
I did too. The White Plains.
Yeah,
I think it was White Plains. Yeah. White Eagle, Defiant Poland. I've heard really good.
That's another Holland Spieler, isn't it?
Yeah, they did the Brave Little Belgian, and it's the same type of system. And I've heard really good things about that. Mm-hmm.
That's one of those games. If it fell in my lap, I'd give it a go. You know.
Yeah.
It's. But people got good chat about it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I like so, and this is for me and for the Americans here. If they're printed here in the U.S., they're actually printed in Tennessee. Now, they were printed in California. Hallenspiele and White Dog Games were all printed in California. Now they're printed here. Yeah, they're small. They're small publishers. They do the odd things, and so it's kind of nice when you can support your own and type stuff. So yeah. So out there, if you have designers and developers in your country, try to support them. That way they can produce more, especially if they're good. I have no idea what that is. It doesn't look like Battle for Germany Deluxe Edition. I've heard about that.
No, I haven't.
That's all I know about that. This is the C3I magazine. I actually have this.
Hold on. What is Frostgrave doing in there? That's the new what do I call it? Gloomhaven, isn't it?
Let's see here.
Yeah.
No.
It's still a fantasy game, though.
Yeah, it's fantasy war game, so it'd fit under the sci-fi fantasy category.
Yeah, sorry, it got me wires crossed there.
Yeah. Frosthaven is what you're thinking of.
Frosthaven. I knew the word frost was in it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, it makes sense. Gloomhaven, Frosthaven. What a fool.
Yep.
Don't
but yeah, Battle for Curse. This was a C3I magazine. I do have this game. I did want to get that on there. And
it's a solo game, isn't it?
No. It's 2-player, but it's
well, it's a 2-player, play both
intro.
sides.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the other one. That was a Vietnam game. That was a solo game from the magazine.
Oh, that's right. That was the same thing. Firebase Vietnam, I think, is what it was. Yeah.
I've had a glass of wine. Excuse me.
Oh, we're going out to a wine bar tonight afterwards. So
are you?
Yeah.
Bomber Boys. You see Bomber Boys there?
Yeah.
That I downloaded the free print and play version of it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's still available or it's all gone retail now. It's all gone proper.
Well,
They
let's
look
see.
quite good. I've just got to print the thing out, you know.
Oh no! See, you can get it.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get that for freebies.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and
Go and
let's
get
take
it.
a look.
I've got it. I just haven't had the chance to have a look at it yet.
Let's take a look at it real quick here. Oh,
It looks quite
cool.
nice put together for a free print and play. The man he spent a bit of time on this.
Were you going to do that as part of your Play It Safe series when you were doing those print and play games?
I was.
Okay.
I never got round to it. And now we don't need to play it safe. I went out today for breakfast with our two good friends we haven't seen for absolutely nearly a year. And it was all cuddles and man hugs. It was great.
Yeah, pat on the back.
We don't need to play it safe anymore. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, this looks pretty good.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep. So here, I will just say
printing.
this.
That's the only thing. If you don't like printing and putting stuff together, then, you know, I don't mind doing it when I got the time. Because I've actually got, talking about, you know, putting stuff together, I've actually got my carrier.
Oh, okay.
I've got to do all the counters. Everything else is in there. I've got the map and I've got the charts and just got to put the counters together. But yeah, I don't mind.
So what's interesting is you have that carrier, and the one that's coming out by Compass is a totally different battle. So they have, those are two different battles.
Yeah, so, I think the original one's owned by Hasbro, and the designer, is it John Southgate?
Yes, yeah.
Has done this new version in a different part of the theatre. So yeah, I've got that. I'm hoping to get that when it comes over.
Yeah. So we have the GCACW. So I downloaded that. Guys, you just saw me download a free game, solo game. So it's that easy. Maybe I'll play it so I can vote for it. Hood Strikes North, which is a GCACW. Great system. I liked it, but I just didn't want to get into it. So yeah.
No, you recommended the GMT one. Great battle.
Well, this is different. So this is an operational game, so it's bigger scale. While the GCACW, which is that's the Great Campaigns. So it's less tactical. It's more operational.
Right.
But the GB Great Battles is tactical, and MMP's tactical version is line of battle. I like the Great Battles. Right. Yeah, so it's a different scale. So I do recommend the system. It's very great. I just didn't want to get into it.
I think if I get one, I'm going to get the big box GMT one with lots of stuff.
Yeah, I get the Death Valley.
Valley, yeah.
Cordy Greer, 2nd edition.
Wow, yeah, that's the old that's an ASL thing, isn't it?
Yep. Flashpoint, South China Sea.
That's not out yet. Is it out?
I don't think it is out yet.
Again, it was a card-driven.
There's no way. No. Yeah. But it was, I don't want to say released. I want to say it was put on the P500 at that time.
That doesn't count. Car Wars.
Yeah, Car Wars. 6th edition. I think this is this a Steve Jackson game? Yeah, Steve Jackson.
It's been out since time began, this one.
Yep. Yeah.
And people love it, don't they?
Yeah, I have it. I have one of the original. Car Wars. It came in a box. It's like this big. It's not big at all. Yeah. Blue Water Navy, World War III. That's out. I don't know. I think I've heard decent about it. I haven't heard much.
Yeah.
Quartermaster.
Right.
And this is a White Dog game. It's a solo game. It's the Siege of Dien Bien Phu, which is French colonial in Vietnam. I want this one, the French and Indian War. I've heard great things about this one. This is the Worthington. I think it's Worthington. Yeah.
Right.
It's like kind of it's not blocks, but it's like blocks. So it is blocked, but it's blocks. Yeah, never mind. I just made a fool of myself, but hey.
Well, rather you than me. It's normally me.
we take our turns doing that. Yeah. So oh wow. Well, hell, there's 11 pages. I don't want to go through all of them, but
let's have a quick look. Just this one, and then we'll because they're probably going to get a bit sort of tenuous. The
D-Day Quad Deluxe. Oh,
that's the one that Jester's got. It's on the mounted boards, isn't it?
I have this and I've played it.
And
Dinosaur Table Battles.
I thought you were talking about D-Day Deluxe.
Oh no, I don't.
Is it a war game?
It's yes and no. You're battling, each dinosaur is battling against each other. So Hollandspiel did this with the table battles where you play, regular. Well, they changed it into dinosaurs, and I've actually played it with my son. He was the T-Rex and I was the Stegosaurus, and we battled against each other. It was kind of fun. We did a pretty deep, and I taught him how to play in like 5 minutes. So, this one, I hated the cover on this one. This one better not win cover of the year.
Why? What's the matter with it? It's got Rommel on it. Don't mention Rommel.
Yeah, but look, it's like the wax.
It looks like a Madame Tussauds waxwork, doesn't it?
Exactly, a wax music. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks CG. It does not look anything else. And so the artist, she does a lot of the stuff for Hollandspiel. She or he, I'm not sure if it's a she or he.
Ilya, I think that might be because you remember Man from U.N.C.L.E.
It is a gentleman. Yes,
Ilya Kuryakin. You see.
Yeah. So he does some stuff for he's done a lot of the art for the Hollandspiele games. So he does a really good job. Really good job. Fire in the Lake, Forest Gone. That's not even out yet.
Hold on. Forgotten Battles. That's the one I was thinking of. Me and Tweezers had sort of discussions about this. This is the Grand Tactical scale moved across to the. Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Tinian. I saw the word Tinian there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Were you thinking of the Tinian, the CSS, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. No, that came out.
Yeah, Nathan's the reason why I want to get that. Wise guy, Nathan.
He's got a lot to answer for, hasn't he?
Yes, he does. And he's got more stuff too. Did you see the haul he got just recently?
He said he was getting that in, didn't he, last week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the week before.
Yep. Yeah, he got it in for sure. Storm Over Asia. I didn't realize that came out.
That's the sort of companion game to that big
World. It's the prequel to A World at War.
Yeah, the big thingy game. Yeah. Which
I heard. Who was it that said it? Artie said, "I just don't want to read a 285-page rule book."
You lightweight.
I mean, I don't. I get that. Origins Leader came out 36-42. Wing Leader Origins.
I've got to give that another go.
Oh, never mind. I have to vote for 8th Air Force.
Yeah, no. Yep. I did contact them and say, look, can't get it over here. Any chance would you be kind enough, consider blah, 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 and not a word.
Oh.
But they did say, I did sign it with Ruff, and they go, no, it's in. No.
So I haven't played the 8th, but I played the 20th. So
I can't get it over here.
Yeah, so I'll have to do that. I didn't realize some of these games came out. 2020 was just weird though. D-Day and Beyond. I've seen stuff about this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mo did a opening.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Charles says the Lost Valley, that DM Bien Phu. He says that's double thumbs up.
Right.
Yeah. That one I looked at getting that one. I'll tell you what, White Dog does a pretty good job, and so does Hollandspiele.
Well, I'm impressed with the old Mrs. Thatch, so...
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yep, 20th Air Force. Right. That was, I think I got that and played it, like, real quick. And it was just weird for me. Usually I get them, I look at them, fondle them, and put them away.
So what is it like? What is it like, that game? Is it like Target for Tonight, Hunters, or is it like,
Honestly, I can't compare it to anything. Because you have to, so in the 20th Air Force, you're going after the Japanese, and you have to destroy the infrastructure before you have to destroy the infrastructure so you can basically keep the airplanes from being produced to come out and attack your bombers
and shoot you down. Yeah.
So it's something that I've totally. It's different. There's a lot of decisions to make in it because you can go in and low and be precise, or you can go high,
and be less accurate.
And less accurate, but there's only certain things you can only go after certain things that are low, and you have to hit certain things to get technology to increase. And so you can get like incendiaries to do more damage and stuff like that. So it's there's not a game out like it. I really
that's good to hear. I just can't get it over here unless anybody knows.
And the problem, I don't want to say a problem, but he brought out a second printing that is 10 times better than the printing I got. I would love
to get it on Amazon, but not on Amazon. UK. No.
Yeah. But in the components, the new components are phenomenal. They look so much better than what I got. Not that it'll change the functioning of the game, but
no. But I think, the Players Aid did an unboxing. They obviously got sent one.
So did Wayne. Yeah.
Anyway, they took it out of the bag, and all the counters fell out. And I thought that's what happened to you. But then you saw they were misaligned. There were like numbers missing off them on some. It's not a big issue, but I'm hoping they've cleared that up.
Yeah, they actually sent them. They're already clipped, or not clipped. They're already punched, from what I've seen.
They're in bag.
They're already bagged. They're though, other than clipping, and honestly, they're punched so well that you really don't need to clip them. They're clean corners.
Fine. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, and so they look really good. They're like what Jester would want.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Jester, we have the.
Stop it! He's not here. We got a week or two off of that, haven't we?
Yeah. So there's some expansions. By the way, if you ever get a chance to pick up Nemo's War here,
yeah, you rate that, don't you?
I love that game. It is so much fun.
Tingle me tinsel.
It's definitely, if you're a big fan of the Jules Verne novel, I
am, but you know,
you get to play the Nautilus and you get to sink stuff.
Oh, all right.
It's one of those solo games. There's too much to do, and not enough
time.
Yep. So it's really good. You're just trying to survive, basically. But they have different levels. You can be the science where you're not sinking as much, or you can So it's really cool. It's very, very, very cool.
Again, very hard to get hold of at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're redoing it. On that,
it's getting a bit tenuous now, isn't it?
Yeah, because these aren't even ranked anymore. So yeah, I don't see anything decent on here. They're all like expansions or one-offs. But okay, so there's actually quite a bit that I have. So maybe I will go through and put some in before I hit submit on this. So you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put this.
Yeah, put a link.
Put the link in here. So if you guys have any of the Charles S. Roberts Awards, I know it's a kind of a pain in the butt, but only do the ones that you want. You don't have to fill everything out.
And the ones you've got and you've played, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you have a friend or somebody that's actually the designer and you want to boost him up, why not? That's what they did for U-Boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or put in, the War Room.
Yeah. Put in the War Room for the video review webcast, or whatever it is. We'll take it on that. So, I'll take any chance if we can get on there. Hey, it'd be great. So, but yeah, no. So it's definitely, there's actually quite a bit out there that I actually got.
Yeah, don't realize. But if they'd have put that list accessible for people, here's a list of the games, the top 100 games. Have you got any? And have you played them? Stick them in the old voting thing. That would have been much easier, wouldn't it?
Much easier. You have until July 31st, so hey, I can get a couple games played before then. Maybe, probably not.
Maybe. Might be able to buy a couple more games, but anyway, play them, I don't know.
Hey, I actually, the funny thing is on that list there wasn't too much that I actually wanted to purchase.
No. And I'm desperately trying to do the Hethwell,
I am too.
One. Yeah.
Although I will say I did pick up one for my birthday.
What was
and
that?
I got it, but I'm not doing an unboxing because I got it from somebody and it's a first edition and I need to get the counters reprinted or replaced.
What?
I got that combat from
game? Yeah. Oh, I see. It's got the original misprinted counters.
Yeah. So I emailed them already. They're going to be sending them to me.
Oh, excellent. So that's
good. I didn't know the guy I got it. It was already in shrink. Matter of fact, they're like, we sent those out to everybody that got it. I'm like, well, I bought it off an individual and it was still in shrink. She's like, or I think it was a she or whoever it was like, oh, that makes sense because that person probably didn't put the counters in the in the box because
doesn't know they need replacing. So
so they actually are sending me the
game as well.
Yeah, Dave's Gaming Cave got me on that one.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna.
I like the look of it, but 100 odd quid, whatever it is, over here.
I got it used for $110 US dollars. So
that's about £47. That's all right then.
Yeah. It's normally runs full price. It runs $135.
Yeah.
So $20, $25 off for it was new and shrink.
But with the main key counters.
Yeah, but I knew that was coming. I knew it. I was prepared for it because I had heard the problems with that. So, but yeah, she was like, I took a picture of the counters and I sent it. They're like, but I don't see what's wrong with this.
Yeah, until you turn it over and there's another chap on the back.
Yeah. I was like, well, when you turn the red over, it's the blue hidden counter, and when you turn, so they're sending me the two. It's only 2 counter sheets, so which is good.
It's
so they're sending
£121 over here.
That's about $160.
Yeah.
So I did get a pretty good deal.
It looks good, but it's just that Compass games are just so expensive once they get over here as well. It's
GMT does a pretty good job.
Yeah, I saved about 50 odd quid on those 2 I got.
Yeah, I'm waiting. It sounds like Lock and Load's got some stuff that's going to Kickstarter soon, which is probably not a good thing.
No. So I'm glad I missed a live stream.
Have you seen the World at War, the test prints for the Atlantic War or whatever?
And the airplane one as well.
Oh my God! They're gonna. I'm gonna hate it because they're gonna put all these games on Kickstarter at the same time, and I'm gonna be like,
my credit card's gonna creak. And but the thing is, I think what they said with their Kickstarters is they only put them on when they're ready to ship. They just want to get them in, so you're not going to be waiting months and months and months.
Yeah, they're not still developing it.
They want them ready to ship out once the Kickstarter finishes. And
they're ready to go once they put it on Kickstarter, so then they can send it to the printers.
Well, we've got Devin's new one coming out soon.
Yeah,
they've had to rename that one, haven't they? I forget what it's called now, the new name, but it's the prelude to.
Why did they have to rename it? I can't remember.
People thought it was Stalingrad. It wasn't. It's the sort of.
It's the
outskirts of Stalingrad.
Yeah, that's right.
But looking forward to that and the new World at War modules.
The only ones I probably really want would be the World at War 85, the new module, and
Charles, you're terrible. You're worse than me, mate. God, dear oh Lord, I know it's terrible. This is the spawn of the devil hobby, I tell you. So we haven't converted you from ATS over to Lock and Load Tactical, then?
Oh, I will play it with the digital version. I think. Yeah. I'll keep that up going because I really enjoyed that.
I love the bits of cardboard, I must admit.
Oh, I do too. But this is nice because I can play it. It's played by the same rules as if I were to play by the cardboard.
You can download the rules. Yeah.
Yeah, the AI and everything's there, and I don't have to worry about getting everything right. Boy, I'm scruffy. Need to.
I did notice that.
Yeah.
Bloody teachers.
Vacation.
No wonder the kids are growing up the way they are when teachers look like you. I tell you, it's terrible.
Hey, I still wear a tie when I teach. I think I'm the only male teacher that does. Oh, I clean this up before school. I've still got about 3 weeks, 3.5 before I deal with students again. Ooh. And I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get done with this year. Done with last year. Let's start fresh this year. So we're good to go.
Yeah, well, hopefully over here, as I say, went out for the first time. You know, actually, people not wearing. Well, there's a few people wearing their masks and things, but most of us are now embracing each other. It was great. It was great to get out, and so hopefully, fingers crossed, that will stay. As it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. It's been fun to go out and not have to worry about.
And next year, maybe come over across the pond and get to WBC or something like that.
That'd be if you come over, I will, whatever I'm doing.
No.
Yeah. You come over here, I will make sure I stop whatever I'm doing, and you and me and Jester will all get together and just have a hoot.
We'll do a live thing or a vlog or something.
Yeah.
And also the GMT day as well. You know, Mike says, that's down the road from him. So
get Mike involved. Yeah. Hopefully we get back to things next summer. The only problem is like as things get back, I get busier and busier. It's like, oh my God. It's like it was great. It was great when I started with you guys because we were all locked down basically. So I couldn't do anything. And now, it's not
excuses.
What? No, my kids are a nuisance.
That's all kids. That's not just yours. You can't have a monopoly. All right, that's all kids. Yeah.
But okay, guys, we're running in pretty close here, and just any last comments or anything going on?
Questions or anything you want to ask Tony?
Yeah. Yeah. Bitter, that's what it was. Heroes of Bitter Harvest. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thanks,
yeah. So they thought it was Stalingrad, but it wasn't. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was called Roads to Stalingrad, and people were thinking it was and what Devil was saying, no, it's the lead up to that. So that's why they've had to rename it.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you learned some things, when you're going through. No, so you said you're going to be doing some more tutorials.
I'd say, as I said at the beginning, Atlantic Chase, not for everyone. It's one of those games. I love it. I love the way it's genius in my opinion, but it's just my opinion, and I'm taking my time on it. So I'm not rushing the tutorials. I'm enjoying them. So next week we've got another couple coming out because there's I can fit two on to a video without making it too long. And then the week after it's actually learning how to battle. Yeah, Heroes of the OG. That's what it is. He's got his big picture of him on the front there. Yeah. So I'm doing that next week, and the week after will be the final tutorial. And then I'm playing a scenario, so I'm going, taking the old stabilizers off and going freeform. But it is great. I like it. It's not for everyone. I do like naval games anyway, but I like the way that it's set out. That the thing you're looking for could be anywhere along that trajectory, and you've got to pinpoint it down, and they're doing the same to you. And there's airstrikes and. Cool, lethal they are. Airstrikes, just learned about them.
I bet. Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, Ruff, this is like a compliment I get as a teacher when kids tell me they don't like my class, but they like coming to they don't like history, but they like coming to my class. I don't want to buy the game, but I love watching you play that thing. I really enjoy it. It's really enjoyable. It doesn't make me, I don't want to buy it, but I love watching you play it. So
that's a nice compliment. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's not for you. And that's
but I love watching you play it because you're like,
I love it.
So that was when Mike last week said he enjoyed watching watching me play long straight attacks because of everything, because I was so pro Union that I was cheering. So yeah. So here is there a Bismarck scenario?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the scenarios yet. Hold on, let me have a look.
How can you not have looked at the scenarios?
Because I'm learning it like I'm learning it sort of like the tutorials. I'm looking through and thinking I've got to read these pages, and then I go and read them. I don't want to do it like I've done it all before and saying, oh, I'm learning the game, but I've already learned the game. Yeah, I'm actually learning the game in the videos. What you're seeing is me playing those tutorials for the first time. I haven't gone through them, so I'd make mistakes or I don't play it as well as I should do. But yeah, I haven't looked through the 70 pages of Bismarck. There must be. There must be. Having said that, it is. Oh yes, Bismarck. Oh, there's the Bismarck. There, look.
There you go.
The Bismarck is there.
Is that one of the solo scenarios or one of the?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think William Bird wants you to do that scenario.
15 scenarios. Yeah,
that's pretty good for solo.
Yeah, 70 pages.
Phew.
And then you've got the 2-player ones, which you can play solo. You have to play both sides. Then there's no AI. You have an AI in solo ones, of course, like a table you throw on, and it's yeah, great. So there's tons. You know, I can play a 2-player game and just play both sides like we do. Yeah? So yeah, well impressed.
Yeah, so so I'm home, so plan on quite a bit coming from me hopefully this week. Comancheria will be played this week and videoed and put up. Warts and all, most likely, like usual. But I actually was watching Stuka Joe when he did his setup, and I actually purchased a 24x36 magnetic board. So we'll see how that works out. I want to get a map on that thing and play it out and see how it works and how well it is. So
no glare.
Yeah, that's and plus I want to have the maps on there for the map's sake. I mean, sometimes I think the Plexi kind of doesn't let the map in all its glory. Yeah. So or I'm like having to like unscrew light bulbs so they don't reflect.
Yeah, I've got lights up here, the twist lights around and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, so I might actually do a video on how I'm going to set this up and then play around with it and see how it's doing. So, are you doing BFN Battle for Normandy tomorrow, Ruff?
Oh yeah, I suppose so. Although Todd has sort of stolen our glory a bit. He's got a bit bonkers on it, hasn't he? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Todd's like, I don't have Tweezer's email address, so
I know he contacted me. At the time I got the email and got contacted Tweezer, he said, "He's already contacted me. Been chatting for an hour." Well,
they're best friends now. So I hope that all worked out. And if you ever want to contact somebody, let us know, and we'll if they're doing something. So we'll have that. So tomorrow night
together. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, Tweez, we'll do that. If not something else, it's up to you. I don't know if it's going to be overdone with Toddy doing it, but whatever.
He's only doing AARs, so he's not actually doing the gameplay. He's just doing the AARs. Last time
I did notice though, because when I was doing, we'd done the landings, and then it was time to push on, and I tried to push on with these units, and I got the most awful die roll, and I said, off the cuff, I said, I don't like this game anymore.
I saw that.
And he's done a little thing. I don't like this game anymore.
That was the funniest thing. And right and it ended. Right? You're like,
oh dear, he's thrown that, and it's a this minus, and it's a minus. You might want to add that +1, but that's dear, and that's it. You're retreating. And I said, I don't like this game anymore. It's quite funny. Yeah. So check that out if you want to laugh.
Yeah, that was. I actually laughed pretty hard when I saw that. I was like, "What's this about?" And as soon as as soon as you
I've got all these terrible modifiers and things, and I was, oh dear.
And then you're like, I don't like this game anymore. I actually had to laugh pretty hard. So that was pretty good. He did that with something else too. So
Yeah, he's got a few of them.
Yeah. So and the fun thing is that's what's fun about playing these games opposed and with other people, and is that camaraderie, those little snippets of just absolutely great stories on that.
It's great. It's great playing opposed.
So we'll look forward to that. I'm assuming that will be 8 o'clock your time.
3 p.m. your time.
3 p.m. my time. Yep. Yep. So with that, we're just at 2 hours, so we're gonna go ahead and let you go. That went quick. I want to thank Mitch and Evan for jumping on. Evan had internet troubles, but he is in a 1.5 world country.
He's in Panama.
He's in Panama
on the beach with a cold beer.
Oh, he had a cold beer too.
Yeah.
He is definitely keeping the graying of the hobby away for a little while at least. So I want to thank Evan and Mitch for coming on talking about ATSFE.
And thank all the peeps in the chat for joining us. So thank you, thanks, folks. It's been great.
He wants Private Public wants you to play Red Storm.
Oh, it's a bit complex. I'd love to. Not sure if you've got that, have you? They're bringing out a solo.
There's already solo scenarios in.
But a fan has brought out.
And it's through Second Chance Game too.
Second Chance Games doing it. So if you've got it, Tweez, I don't know if you've got it. Love to, because then I can go. I'll get that, and I'll get that solo thingy as well. Thanks, William.
Yep.
So thanks, everyone. Yes, he has it right. That's it then.
So
it's going to be Red Storm.
Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you later. Have a good one. And the next week we'll be back on Jester's channel, as far as I know, unless otherwise notified. We'll be back on ID's channel, ID Jester's channels. He can talk, and then I can stop. And I don't think I can stop. So, okay. Have a good one, everybody. Talk to you later.
Guys.
Bye.